Hi, everybody. When Mona asked me to speak to our parent body and offer some advice on how to stay calm in this frightening world, I have to admit I wasn't quite sure what to tell you. None of us have ever seen anything go on like this before. From school closures to store closures to schools closing and communities being in lockdown. This is unprecedented. We've never really gone through anything like this. We've been bombarded with media. We don't know how much information is real, how much isn't, how much is hyped. We don't know what is true and what isn't true. And to be honest with you, if you're anything like me, your head is sort of exploding. What we do know is that we have no control over what is happening now, and that it is really very scary for all of us. The unknown is very scary, not realizing what's going to happen tomorrow, how much more they're going to take away from us. It's all very frightening. The question for me to help you with is, if we ourselves are worried as adults, how do we present a sense of calm to our children? And that's really what I'm going to try to help you with a little bit today. So, for the most part, our children are young. They are anywhere from age 2 to age 5. The 2-year-olds don't understand any of what's going on. All they know is that they're not going to school. That's really the only thing that they understand. They're not going to school and they're staying home. So for them, it is as minimal information as possible. Just answer their questions when they ask you something specific. My grandson was with my son and he said, let's play shul. And they were playing shul. And my grandson said, but don't shake hands. We don't shake hands anymore in shul. And that's what he took out of the entire experience of the virus. So you want to make sure that the children are getting age-appropriate information. So you can say something like this. You know how sometimes we get a cold or we get a fever or we don't feel well? Well, this virus is something like that. And it gets people sick, but then most people get better, and the doctors and nurses are there to help us. And that's all you say. You describe it basic and simply. That's all you have to say. You want to reassure them that they are safe. You're going to say to them the words, you don't need to worry. Right now, all the grown-ups are taking care of you and they're working to keep you healthy. So again, very basic, very straightforward. You can also talk about what you can do as a family in terms of keeping the house clean. So you can say, what can we do to get rid of germs? Of course, in school, the mowers always teach the children how to wash their hands, singing the ABC song, show them how to wash the tips of their fingers, make sure that when they cough or sneeze, it's into the crook of their elbow so that they know to keep the sneezes, contained. And those are the kinds of things. And the other thing you can do is you can let them help you clean surfaces. Give them a spray bottle. They love to do that. Give them a spray bottle, let them spray around, let them wipe it off, let them get to the understanding of what it means to get rid of germs. So a few videos that you can turn on, that you can watch with the children. There's a Daniel Tiger one called Daniel Tiger Gets a Cold. And there's another Daniel Tiger called Germs Go Away. So those are two very good ones you can watch with them. There's a Sesame Street video called Step by Step Hand Washing with Elmo. And there's another Sesame Street video called Elmo and Rosita, The Right Way to Sneeze. So those are both very, very good videos. And there's a Curious George video called The Man with the Yellow Hat Explains How Germs Work. So those are all really age-appropriate videos that might work very well for your kids. Okay, the second part of this is, one is that it's scary and we don't have control over it, but the other part of it is, oh my gosh, the kids don't have school. We are home with all of our children. What do we do to keep order? How do we keep sanity, both for ourselves and our children? How do we keep our children from killing each other? And what do we do? How do we maintain the calm, given the fact that we are supposed to minimize going outside, minimize play dates, minimize social interaction? This is all unprecedented. We have never known a life like this. It actually has got me, this whole weekend, I was thinking a lot about the people that hid in the Holocaust. I was thinking about Anne Frank. And I was thinking about all the people who spent weeks and months and years in one room, or in a closet, or in a basement, or in an attic. And they managed and they survived. And so we will too. We will get through this, despite the scariness, despite the not knowing. We will all get through this crisis. We just have to be able to have some ingenuity. So regarding your children, make a schedule. Just because they don't have school and just because there's not anything going on, make the structure for them, because they need the structure. They need to have the structure. So have a schedule. For example, we're going to get up for breakfast. Then we're going to turn on the YouTube of our class davening and we're going to daven. Then we're going to do an activity. And the activity could range from making silly soap to doing some drawing, to making a project with them. Children love to be busy. Find things to do with them. Then you can read to them. Then you can have lunch. Then you can FaceTime with a friend. Let them have a play date on the phone. We now have that kind of ability. 15 years ago, we couldn't have done that. So let them play with a friend on the phone. If it's sunny, if it's nice out, let them play in the yard. They can be outside for a long time in their yard, as long as they're not exposing themselves to other children. Come inside, take a shower or a bath, have dinner, and make sure that there's a regular bedtime. It is very important to stick to the bedtime. You want your children to continue getting the routines that they are used to. Okay. We rarely get time like this with our children. We are in such a fast-paced world. We are always running. Think of this as a gift. Think of this as a way that you get to enjoy your children, to spend the time with them that you never have to spend. Snuggle with them, play with them, talk to them, but more importantly, listen to them. Your kids have so much to say. They're funny and smart and creative and thoughtful. Get to know them in a different way than you've been getting to know them so far. Play games with your whole family. Game night used to be something that was so important. Start it again. Give them the attention that you're always too fast-paced to be able to do. It would be very, very good for all of you. It's a forced slowdown. Use it to your advantage. And finally, close the news. Close the TV, close the phone, close the iPads. Put everything away. The more it's on, the more you get caught up in the frenzy of this all. You don't want to constantly be listening to it because it starts to get to your head. Give yourselves an opportunity to be calmer. If you don't hear it, you're calmer. After Shabbat, I was calmer. I didn't hear it for a whole day. I didn't think about it quite as much. It's worse when you hear all the different things that are changing minute by minute. So I wanted to offer a service to our parents. I know that there are so many questions, and you really don't know who to turn to. I am offering to have a daily question and answer. You all have my email through the school. Email me your questions every day. Whatever questions I get by 6 p.m., I will get online, I will answer them, and I will write down the next questions for the next day, so that every day you'll get like a daily report of whatever questions you have for me. I'm also available if you wanted to talk. A couple of parents are going to be talking to me tomorrow on the phone regarding potty training. This is the perfect time for potty training. You're home. You don't have anything else to do. This is the time to do potty training. So if you have questions, call me or email me, and actually email me and I will get back to you. If you have questions about siblings getting along, email me and I will get back to you. The school is closed, but I am making myself available to you in whatever capacity I can, so that you feel like you're not so alone. And if there are any other ways that I can help, please let me know. I wish all of you to stay safe. Keep washing your hands. I don't think my hands have ever been so clean in my entire life. And just take care of yourselves and take care of your children. And God willing, we will all be together again. It's Shalom very, very soon. Laila Tov.